Okay, so this is going to be your single paragraph outline. Let me make it bigger for you. Okay? So, all we're doing here is organizing our thoughts. All right? Half the battle with writing can be solved through good organization. Okay? So everybody has written a topic sentence about lamb to the slaughter from last week's lesson, right? Okay. So I'm going to write down our example one. TS stands for topic sentence. So we're going to write down our topic sentence, okay? Or I'm going to write down mine. You'll do the same with yours with the shoulder partner later. So we're going to write down in lamb to the slaughter. Comma. Notice that it's in quotation marks and the L and the S are capitalized because it's a title.
We write this?
Bingo. Nope, you're just going to deeply listen. We're going to work on it with the shoulder partner in a minute. Okay, so then we're going to say Dahl. We call him by his last name, right? Dahl conveys humor by transforming dinner to a murder weapon. Okay, so this is a long straight line. These long straight lines, that means we're going to write complete sentences. Okay? These dotted lines, those are just going to be some notes and phrases. Okay? So now I have to find evidence to support my argument here. I'm saying the author is creating humor, right, by transforming dinner to a murder weapon. Well, now I have to prove it, how it goes from one way and back again. Right? Does that make sense so far? Where do I find my evidence? In the text. Very good. Thank you. So, first things first, we could say Mary was determined to have dinner. Right? So I'm going to sum it up because she never said, we talked about explicit and implicit and stated and unstated. She never said, I am determined to have dinner, because that would be super boring, right? But it's implied. The words are in there. So Mary was determined to serve dinner. She said, right, and this is where I'm going to bring in my evidence, but darling, comma, you must eat. So I have that in quotes because that came from the text. Well, now it's really good. So I have I'm saying it more explicitly, but that's the evidence that backs me up, right? Okay. Okay. So, her way of serving dinner. Her way of serving dinner, frozen leg of lamb to the back of his head. Okay. Now, stuff with the detectives is humorous, correct? So we should probably throw that in as evidence as well, particularly because it has to do with so we've gotten all the way from dinner to murder weapon, now we got to go back to dinner, right? So focusing on detectives, they're searching for the weapon, right? But detectives, this is the last part of the funny part. And it's funny, weird, dark, twisty, not funny, ha 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 ha, right? Okay, so funny, detectives. They said the words probably right under our very noses. Okay, what's CS stand for again? Closing sentence. Very good. So, now we have to kind of tie all of this stuff together. Okay? So, we need to kind of state our last point, where you kind of sort of state this again in a different way, but also tie in a little bit of the evidence with like a little punch of, and thank you very much, right? A little sense of closing. So, it was funny in a shocking way. When Mary used this is a long one, guys. Yours doesn't have to be this long. What we're going to do is practice this first. Okay? The frozen lamb as a murder weapon. Okay, so it's unexpected and funny, right? That's what my sentence is saying. This part, it was funny when she used it as a weapon, correct? It's even funnier when she turns it back into dinner. And did I prove my point with evidence? Yes. Very good. All right, it's even funnier when doll employs. Now this is getting a little English teachery. I don't expect this right away. I'll be happy. I mean, I'll take it. But I don't expect this right away. But if I give you a lit term, try to work it in. See if you can. Okay? So employs dramatic irony. And has Mary serve the lamb again. M dash as the detective's dinner. Fun little grammar note, the apostrophe goes on the outside of this S because there's multiple detectives who ate dinner, right? And they all ate the thing. So it's possessive. It's not plural. It's possessive. If I was trying to make it plural and I put the possessive, or I put the apostrophe there, a floppy-eared puppy would be kaput. Every time you misuse one. Yep, I know. But now you'll never make a mistake. Okay. So we have 3 different chunks. You have your topic sentence, okay, which you're going to outline your argument. Then you have all the evidence that proves it. And then you have the sentence that sums it up. Kind of looks like a sandwich, huh? Yeah? And all the evidence is the juicy stuff in the middle. Okay? Okay. So now we are going to practice on your own.